hello, happy Saturday. Well, where have I been? Oh, God, don't tell me. Still not well, still got the stomach troubles, but we won't go into that, it's Saturday. Where am I? I'm in a different place, as you can see. I'm in the conservatory. Why am I in the conservatory? Because I have the sewing machine out. The sewing machine's been in my bedroom for a while. Not that I do any sewing, we're talking repairs, shortening stuff, things like that. I shortened this dress I've got on because I was tripping over the end of it. I've shortened it by about 3 inches, but it's still a little bit long. I was talking online to my friend the other day, and she's actually shrunk 3 inches as well, so must be a common thing as you get older. She's younger than me though. But still, it must be a common thing as we get older, mustn't it? Yeah. Yesterday I went to Cleveleys. As you may have seen, there's a photograph of me taken by my niece in Cleveleys because she said I was so coordinated she had to take a photo of me. As you know, I do try to be coordinated. Anyway, today I was hoping to sew a zip in my fleece. When Trixie was a puppy, she nibbled the zip on my fleece. She nibbled the plastic teeth right in the middle. If it had been at the bottom or the top, I could have used it, but no, she nibbled it right in the middle. Anyway, I've tried to sew it on the machine and my machine just won't take it. I think it needs like a more industrial machine. So I'm going to have to gird my loins, as they say, and hand stitch it, which I'm not going to look forward to because it's going to really hurt. It's got so many thicknesses. It needs somebody with an industrial sewing machine, really. And I did inquire, at the place where they do alterations, but they wanted so much. In fact, they probably wanted as much as I paid for the fleece in the first place. Anyway, when I was in Cleveleys, I did get myself a little bargain. I've no idea what it is. It's probably acrylic. Oh, hang on a minute, there is a label inside it. Yeah, it is acrylic. It's jade green and it's, 100% acrylic. Doesn't say how much is on it. It's a cone. But I paid the vast amount of money of £2.99. They did have others, but they were grey and other things that I didn't really want, so I thought, no, just get the nice sort of jade colour that you like. Just get that. So, this was my mum's sewing machine, the Vanina. It's very ancient. My dad bought it for my mum years ago. But it still goes and it still works, apart from the fact it wouldn't sew the fleece. Because the fleece is too thick. So what have I been doing? I finally shortened my trousers, which are very sort of, well, they were bell bottoms, very jazzy. I finally shortened those so I can wear them. I have shortened these trousers because they had, well, they got elasticated top, but they had elasticated bottoms. The one thing about Moonbeams and Mayhem that I don't like is the fact that they do a lot of their trousers harem style. So I've taken the elastic out at the bottom and shortened them. Because once I took the elastic out, of course, guess what? Too long. So I've done those. The other thing with these trousers is they're lovely and warm and woolly, but they fray like mad. Absolutely just fray apart at the seams. It's not that they're too small for me and I've sprained them or anything, but they just are. I've just sewn this pair up that I've had for many years. And I've taken the elastic out of these, so I've got to try these on, because I'll probably have to shorten these. But these were just fraying apart at every blooming seam. I've had to sew nearly every seam together. It's kind of like a woolly woven material. It's all very nice and it's very lovely and warm and cosy, but it's just not meant to last, I think. And then I've also I don't know whether I need to shorten these or not. I need to try them on. Actually, there's a theme going on here, isn't there? There's patchwork trousers going on here. So I'm just going to try these on and see if they need shortening. What I'm wearing today is actually black at the top, but ooh, if I can get it down, it's got flowers at the bottom. So this is what I've shortened today. Yeah. I haven't been doing an awful lot, to be honest with you. I just haven't felt well. I know it sounds pathetic, doesn't it, when you're whinging, but when your stomach's off colour, you can't eat. Oh, another thing I bought while I was down in Cleveleys was 2 pieces of cod. Nice big chunky pieces. £15. £15 for 2 pieces of cod. I did enjoy it yesterday, and no doubt I'll enjoy it again tonight, but that kind of price, I would hope I would enjoy it, yeah. I've just finished a little jacket, if you can see it. A little jacket with a ball of yarn I had left over. This was a yarn called Maypole. I don't think they do it anymore. I'm sort of in the groove doing these little baby cardigans. It's probably because I don't have to think. You know, you can do them without thinking. This was a ball of yarn, I think I got it from B&M or somewhere like that. This was 100 grams. It's supposed to be double knitting, but it's come out far bigger than the others have come out, yeah. But it's still nice, if you can see it. I can't see what you're seeing because of the light, kind of behind me. I usually face the other direction when I'm filming. So I started another one, but I've got a feeling I haven't got enough yarn. It was a ball of yarn that was sent to me by a subscriber, a friend of mine. She made me a scarf. I did show it to you. She knitted me a scarf and she sent me this ball as a leftover ball that she had left over. And I started another little jacket. As I said, I'm just not in the mood for concentrating on anything. You know, I feel as though there's a knot in my stomach all the time. I really feel sick all the time. But that's not your problem, is it? Yeah. So, let me see. I've got my phone. Maybe if I turn the camera around, you'll see me better. Oh, I'll sit in the chair. It's better when I have my face to the camera. Put that over there. I'm reading at the moment as well. Reading a book. Oh, that's better. Except I'm up in the air now, but never mind. Let me bring the camera down a little. There I am. I'm reading at the moment. I'm reading Maeve Binchy, The Copper Beech and Evening Class. I've just started, as you can see. Not done much of it. I was doing that yesterday because I wasn't feeling myself, as usual. So, oh, I've dropped the zapper for the camera. So I'm sorry if I'm looking very pale and interesting, but the family are not here. They've gone to a rock concert and taken the doggies with them. I'm glad really, because I don't think I would have been in much of a fit state for looking after them. Hey dear. It's so funny. Before I was walking through and I kept saying to my son before he left, I said, every time I walk over this bit of lino in front of my bathroom, it makes a squishing noise. But when you walk past it, it didn't do it. And I thought, what is it? Is there some air trapped underneath it or something? Why is it making a squishy noise? And then today I discovered that my daughter-in-law had put one of those air freshener things behind my plant, which I hadn't seen. So every now and again it goes so it just happened to do it just as I was walking past every time. Whether it works on a sensory, I don't know. But I was convinced it was something to do with the flooring. And I kept walking backwards and forwards, and sometimes it would do it and sometimes it wouldn't. And I thought, day when I found out, I thought, oh, you are so stupid. It's obviously that, it's one of those things that's programmed, you know, that it goes every now and again. So what have I been doing? I haven't really done much, really. On Wednesday, it's 2 knit club day. But I got up Wednesday morning and I wasn't feeling very clever. And then I got a message saying that the electricity was off at the church. So we could have gone down because we could have sat in the daylight, but we couldn't make a brew or do anything, make a drink, you know, because obviously the electric was off. So as I wasn't feeling all that brilliant, I decided not to go. My daughter-in-law was up in Scotland and my son had gone to work. So I'd had to have left the dogs and put them, you know, in the conservatory on their own while I went out. So I think the dogs were quite happy that I didn't go anywhere. So when my son came back, he said, "Did you not go?" I went, "I'll go tonight." So I went to the knit club at the night time. I went as usual. Saw all the usual people. Oh, the phone's gone zip, zip. I've turned it off again. I remembered this time. But it does do a buzzy noise when somebody sends me a message, yeah. So what am I doing? I'm crocheting a bit on this. I'm sure I haven't got enough. It'll be a short jacket with no sleeves, I think, this one. But still, I'm using up the wool, aren't I? Well, the yarn, I should say. It's, what is it? It's, I love this yarn. So, we'll see how far I can get. Maybe it will have short sleeves, I don't know. I need to go into the shed because before I came here, I'd crocheted some like great granny squares and cut out the linings to make them into beach bags, and I've got the handles and everything all in the shed. But I never got around to sewing the linings in. So I did think, while the family's away, while I can sort of make a mess, if you know what I mean, without having to clear up after myself every 2 minutes, I thought I'll go in the shed and see if I can find them. Maybe, you never know, you look in a raffle, maybe I can actually sew the linings in. The only problem is, they've got round handles, these bags, but they have to have a piece crocheted at the top to fold over the handle, and they've got to have pieces crocheted down each side. And of course, in the move, I got rid of a lot of oddballs when I moved here, and I think I've got rid of all the oddballs that went with these bags, if you're with me. So I'll have to try and find a contrast, you know, to match each one of them, to see if I can actually finish the bags off. It's a shame not to finish them. I've even got all the ribbons and the lace and everything that... I made one for a friend many years ago. She was going to Turkey on holiday. I made her one in shades of purple with all ribbons and rosettes and flowers and things on it. So, you never know. You might actually see them finished. If I can sort out some contrast colours or whatever to go with them. I don't even know what colours I made them in. I don't even know. I can't remember. I know they're bundled up in the shed somewhere. So I thought I may as well try and get them out and try and get them done. You never know, one day I may open my coffee shop. Yeah. I did get a memo today actually. I got an email saying, "Congratulations from YouTube, you can open up your Snapchat or something." I don't even know what that is. Whatever it is, I can open it. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know. I mean, somebody on the Saturday Live did suggest we did a Zoom, but I don't know how to do that. So I just said, I threw it open to everybody and said, if anybody knows how to do a Zoom, you know, for all of us that normally come on the live, so we could actually chat to each other, I would join in, but I can't open it because I don't know how to. No idea. So if anybody that wants to do a Zoom and knows all our Saturday Night Live people, you know, maybe we can do a Zoom. I'm not. It would have to be when I'm in, obviously. And sadly, you see, if people want to do them in America, it's usually when I'm asleep, yeah. And, you know, I'm not that keen to get up in the middle of the night to take part in a live, yeah. So, it's my life tonight, of course, hopefully. I'm going to cook that second piece of cod, second piece of fish. I'm only up to eating very plain at the moment, so, you know, I just can't face anything fried or anything like that. Having said that, I did have a bacon sandwich this morning, but I grilled all the fat off it, you know, so it was like a crispy piece of bacon. And so far, that is sort of still like a bit of lead in my stomach, but it has actually stayed in there, which is a novelty. So I should be at the size of a twig, shouldn't I? I should be really, really slender, but I'm not. I don't know why. And I still haven't heard from the GP about what is going to happen, if anything, about this gallstone. It could be that that's making me sick, I don't know. I've been blaming my IBS and the injections. I've got one more injection tomorrow, and then I have to reorder. So if I don't get a reorder, as like my son said, is it worth it, Mum? Is it worth taking these injections? I said, well, they are controlling my blood sugars, but if they're going to keep making me ill like this every time there's such a the longer the gap there is between me getting the injections, the worse I am with the side effects. This time I was 12 weeks without the injections, and so I've had 3 weeks really of stomach issues. But I don't know for sure if it is 100% the injections or whether it's anything to do with this gallstone. I don't know. I mean, the technician that did the ultrasound, she did say that the GP would be in touch, but she didn't say when. So I don't know. I mean, maybe it's not urgent to them. Maybe it's nothing that needs doing immediately. I mean, nothing really gets done immediately on the NHS, to be honest, unless you're having a heart attack or you've broken your leg, you know. Anything else doesn't really get done immediately if you're just routine. Which I presume, you know, being in pain from a gallstone is just routine, isn't it? Yeah. So we shall see. Today and tomorrow is Blackpool Air Show, so I may hear, or I may see, some planes flying overhead. I remember last year hearing the roar of these planes as they went overhead. It was really noisy. But when I looked up, I didn't actually see anything, you know. I think, I told you before, I have this thing about tracking with my eyes. I could never play ball games like tennis or anything because I can't track with my eyes. I'm sort of looking one way and the plane's going by another way, you know. Plus the fact I can't look up at the bright sky. Maybe if I put my sunglasses on, maybe I would stand a chance, yeah. But for the moment today, I'm just going to shorten that other pair of trousers. See if I can find the bags in my she shed. To see if I can sew the linings to the bags. The linings are all cut out. Oh, don't know what that bump was. I am expecting Amazon, but they're not coming. They're coming between 3:15 and 6:15. They give you a very wide time scale. What have I ordered from Amazon, you may well ask? Some sewing machine needles, because I just broke another one, so I haven't got any left now at all. So, you know, the next time I want to use my sewing machine, I would probably break the only sewing machine needle that I have. And I bought a needle threader that is designed for a sewing machine, because if you could have seen me trying to thread this machine needle, even with the aid of a magnifying glass and my glasses. Talk about a needle in a haystack, I couldn't thread it. I remember I used to thread it for my mum. But of course, since I've last used my sewing machine, which is quite a long time ago actually, because we've been here now, 3.5, going on 4 years now. And I definitely haven't used the sewing machine since I've been here. So it's a while since I've threaded a needle. I used to have to do it for my mum because she could never thread needles. So far, my sewing machine is threaded up with black thread, so I'm hoping black thread will do everything, because I'm not. I'm not winding any more bobbins. I had to look at the manual to even remember how to wind thread on the little, the shuffle bit, the bobbin bit at the bottom. I couldn't remember. Luckily, it was still threaded up with black thread from before. So I didn't have to look at my book for that. I did have to look how to change the needle. I discovered it had a tiny little screwdriver. Obviously I have never changed the needle before, because I was trying my best to unscrew this little, and I'm thinking, this is so tight. How could I have tightened it so tight? Then I realised when I looked at the side, it had a little slit. It needs a screwdriver. These things are sent to the dumb, When you use a sewing machine often, you would know these things, wouldn't you? But I'm not a seamstress by any stretch of the imagination. I do repairs, and I do hems. I must admit, most of the hems I have done on my dresses and things by hand. I used to use that Wonder Web stuff, the kind that you iron it and glue it up. But it doesn't last. It's kind of comes down, when you've worn them and washed them a few times. Oh, my battery's going down. I told you my camera's not charging up. I'm having no end of woes. It's just been one of those few weeks. Everything seems to be going wrong. My stomach, the camera, the PC, everything. Is that more than 3 things? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go into the shed, try and upload this before the battery dies altogether. See if I can find the bags while I've got the sewing machine out, because if I put the sewing machine away, it might be another 3 years before I get it out again. So, it was in my bedroom, the bedroom annex it did, when I normally do my video in, but there wasn't enough room to spread, like the trousers and things out while I was machining them. There wasn't enough room. That's why I brought it in here, because the family's away, so I'm not in anybody's way. And I will tidy it all away before they come back, so they will never know I've been here. Well, they will if they watch the video, won't they? But apart from that, no, they won't. So I'm going to get ready for the live tonight. So sorry if I'm looking very pale and interesting or uninteresting. I'm sorry if I've not got much to tell you, because I haven't. I did go in that new shop again in Cleveleys. My niece was fascinated with it all, but she didn't find anything she liked in her size. I mean, she's not huge or anything, but like me, she's got a bit of cladding, I didn't look, of course, because I just don't want to spend any money at the moment. I did look at the shoes, but I declined paying £64 for a pair. Especially I just spent £15 on a piece of fish. So, I didn't buy anything really at Cleveleys, except groceries. Groceries and the machine comb. That's all I bought. But she was impressed. I think she will go back to that shop. It's just that the dress she actually really, really liked, it wasn't in her size, so. But that's just the look of the drawer. If she goes in another day, then maybe she'll find what she wanted. They had a load of sales It was all sales on there. But I just, I don't know, I just wasn't in the mood really for spending money. I know it sounds stupid. We're always in the mood for spending money, aren't we, usually? But I just wasn't, you know. I suppose if something had really, really grabbed me, I mean, there was a pair of trainers there that really did. And I thought, oh, they are so gorgeous. And my niece said, oh, they're so you. But they were £69, so I put them back on the shelf. I didn't like them that much. And they had been reduced, actually. They'd been about £79, I think. They'd knocked £10 off them. But they'd have to knock a lot more than £10 off before I buy them. But they were nice. And they were my style. Oh, to be rich. Yeah. I was watching a video yesterday. You know, you watch a video, don't you, and it goes on to the next one when it does on my TV. And all of a sudden it was looking at places in London, you know, houses that cost like £50 million. And you're like, oh my goodness, who has got that kind of money? And then there was these exclusive shops, you know, with these fantastic clothes in them, and you just knew without asking that you wouldn't even be able to afford the paper bag they came in, you know. But I do like watching them, I must admit. How the other half live, isn't it, yeah. I'll never aspire to anything like that, you know. But you wonder, don't you? I'm a great people watcher. I love to sit in a cafe or something when it's a nice day and watch people go by. Sadly, they're not very fashionable around here, so I can't sit and admire the clothes, you know, like you would if you were sat in Manchester or sat in London, and you would see these sort of fabulous clothes and things walking by. Sadly, it doesn't really happen in Fleetwood or Cleveleys, really, yeah. So that's probably why everybody remarks about me being coordinated. Perhaps I'm not the norm. Yeah. I do try to make an effort, as you know. Oh, there's my phone telling me to shut up now. So I've probably bored you enough. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all on the live if you are partaking. Don't forget the thumbs up and press the notification bell, subscribe, tell all your friends. Oh, I do look pale, don't I? Sorry about that. Bye for now, and I'll see you all later. Bye now.